Sundance 2022 is in full swing with the premiere film of the festival, When You Finish Saving the World, an A24 film written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg and having the likes of Wolfhard and Julianne Moore. Yeah, you can definitely count me in. But sadly, this one wasn't perfectly my cup of tea. Still a fine film, but I had some issues. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today we're going to be discussing When You Finish Saving the World. This is, of course, the premiere film at Sundance 2022, and it was one of my more anticipated films of the entire festival. Now, my name is Zach. I'm your guys' film critic discussing this, and I'm here because, again, Sundance is virtually, so I'm able to review this from my normal set, but I'm doing this in a different type of style than my other movie reviews, doing these very much more laid back, relaxed, reading from the IMDb, telling you what my thoughts were, and then getting along with our day. But the most important part about this, guys, is making sure for you guys to hit that like and subscribe button so I can hear your guys' thoughts continuously throughout the entire Sundance coverage and any other sort of movie coverage I do down in the future, as well as comment down below. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Did you guys see this one at Sundance? Did you not? Are you waiting for it? Let's hear about it down there as well. Of course, When You Finish Saving the World, it's about Evelyn and her oblivious son Ziggy, who seek out replacements for each other as Evelyn desperately tries to parent an unassuming teenager at her shelter, while Ziggy fumbles through the pursuit of a brilliant young woman at school. Now, this new dramedy from Jesse Eisenberg is his first directorial debut, as well as also produced by Emma Stone's brand new production company alongside A24. I've been actually pretty excited to see what Emma Stone's big production company was going to be doing. I love A24 movies, and overall I thought this movie was fine. It's not the biggest grand kickoff that I really wanted it to be at Sundance overall, but it was at least enough of a time where I sat there and I was like, I understand what Eisenberg was going for. Did I completely love it? No, but did I like it enough to say yes? Yeah, I did. But is it one of the movies that I feel like I'll be thinking about in the future? No. There is one element of the film, though, that I thought was absolutely brilliant, and that was hands down the score. I found the score for this entire film to actually be very mesmerizing and one of the big key parts about this all film. I actually think if it wasn't for the score elevating a lot of the different moments, I don't know how I would have came away truly with this movie, because I think Julianne Moore is great. I think Wolfhard is fantastic. I think both of them actually give really great performances. What this film comes down to be is about the divide and the connection, the disconnect in a sense, between a mother and a son. Now, we've seen tons of father-son stories, tons of father-daughter stories. I feel like it's very rare when you actually get a mother and a son story. And in reality, you know, like, I love my mom, but there can be some disconnects with us within our lives, the differences of what our thoughts could be, but not to this length. And I understand that, you know, I have friends, or maybe not friends, but necessarily I've seen parents argue in this way to where I feel like the kid and the mother just don't understand one another and they are not on the same frequency level. But these characters, in a sense, are actually pretty despicable in other ways, to where it was hard for me to root for them. I understand their disconnect with one another, but it's the way that they actually converse with others and how they're so about themselves. And honestly, I get it. It was the point of the film. Because honestly, the title of this movie, When You Finish Saving the World, is a great parallel to what this story is about. You think, oh, are they going to be saving the world? No. The whole point of this is they are very much in their own idealistic worlds and their viewpoints, and that's all they can think about. They're only themselves, only themselves. But they don't look at each other, what they're into. They don't look at even their significant other, like her husband or his father, or what other people around them are thinking about. And maybe they only will when they finish saving the world from their viewpoint. I find Eisenberg has a really great way of segmenting to that, and I actually think the script for this is the stronger aspect of this entire film. Even though I wish it wasn't as aimless and would have dove into that point a little bit more, because as it comes down to the ending comes down to this more heartwarming ending that I don't feel like was completely earned, especially with some of the developments that happened between these two characters. I never got the correlation to how it got to that central moment. I know in a lot of parent relationships with their kids, sometimes that just kind of happens. But in a film scenario, especially seeing how these two are so disconnected from each other, it feels like there was something missing to be that soul of it all. And I feel like that's where Eisenberg's direction is the piece of it that maybe was missing and lacking in certain elements. Again, a solid first outing as a director that I'm actually really excited to see what he does next. The score is absolutely mesmerizing and elevates a lot of the different moments. Great performances as well from Finn Wolfhard and, of course, Julianne Moore. I just wanted something a little bit more when it came down to the soul of the film, because for an hour and like 28-minute movie, it did feel way longer than that, and I do feel like the disconnect with me and how I'm feeling is the same disconnect that these two kind of had. Again, I understand the point, I understand the messaging here, but I expected just something in that middle to make me actually care about everything. As I think on the movie and that I liked it, and I understand the point of it all, I at the same time feel like I was truly in their shoes. And again, maybe that's what Eisenberg was going for, but I just wanted something a little bit more grasping to it all emotionally. So guys, that is going to be my review for When You Finish Saving the World. Overall, I'm going to give this movie a B-. It's kind of lingering on that C+, B-. It's a good first film for Sundance, but not one that completely blew my socks off, especially since this was one of my most anticipated films for the entire Sundance Festival. Overall, guys, thank you so much for watching this again. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below your guys' thoughts, and maybe you disagree with me, maybe you absolutely loved this, maybe you hated it. Let's discuss it all down there, guys, and of course, until next time, stay classy.